The grand wedding hall was alive with chatter, clinking glasses, and the soft glow of chandeliers. Guests admired the beauty of the evening, their eyes often drifting to the bride, Emily. She sat gracefully in her ivory gown, nervous but hopeful, believing this day would mark the beginning of a life filled with love. Beside her stood Daniel, the groom, radiating confidence. He loved attention and knew how to capture a crowd. When the master of ceremonies invited him to say a few words, he grinned, grabbed the microphone, and began. "Ladies and gentlemen," Daniel said loudly, "thank you for being here. I must admit, marrying Emily comes with challenges." He smirked as laughter trickled through the room. "She takes hours to get ready, burns almost everything she cooks, and once baked a cake harder than cement." Some laughed awkwardly. Emily forced a smile, but her heart sank. She hoped he would stop, but Daniel pressed on. "Honestly, she should thank her lucky stars, I proposed. Who else would put up with her shopping habits and obsession with selfies?" The hall fell silent. Emily's eyes welled with tears, her dignity unraveling before her family and friends. Daniel, oblivious, kept going. "Well, at least she'll make a good trophy wife, as long as she looks pretty and keeps quiet." Gasps spread across the room. Emily's cheeks burned as tears slipped down her face. The groom thought he was being witty, but he didn't realize someone stood directly behind him, her father, Richard. Richard, a man of calm strength, had walked Emily down the aisle with pride just an hour earlier. Now, seeing his daughter humiliated, his patience broke. "Enough," Richard's voice thundered. Daniel froze, turning slowly. His confident grin vanished. The hall grew still as Richard stepped forward, his presence commanding. "Do you think marriage is a comedy show?" he asked sharply. "Do you believe disrespect makes you clever? A man who cannot honor his wife on the day of his vows is unworthy of her." Emily lifted her tearful eyes. For the first time that evening, she felt seen, defended. Richard's gaze softened as he turned to her. "My dear, you deserve love, kindness, and respect. If this man cannot value you, then let him stand alone." The crowd murmured in agreement. Daniel stuttered. "I was just joking." Richard cut him off. "Your jokes reveal who you are." Emily rose slowly, her hands trembling, but her voice steady. "If this is your idea of love, Daniel, then I cannot walk this path with you." She took her father's hand, and together they left the stage. Guests clapped softly, some in admiration, others in outrage at the groom's cruelty. Daniel stood abandoned, his arrogance shattered. That night, Emily learned something greater than any vow. Love without respect is empty, but dignity, defended by a father's courage, lasts forever.